to Cape Rentville. My name is Monique. Today I'm going to show you how you can make applique with your embroidery machine. This is really fun and a really fast way to make a design. And you have a lot of options to put your applique on. For on a book cover or on a pillow. I think it is really fun and I'm really happy to show you how it's done. Are you ready? Then let's get started. What do you need? Of course you need an embroidery machine. Today we are making a design from the collection Meet My Family. I already made Miss Weavy hair. And today we're going to make her a husband. And therefore we need fabric for the background, stabilizer, some fabrics for the applique, embroidery thread, applique scissors, and the design comes with a really helpful making of. So I also printed this to help me through the process. And I like to use a little iron to iron my fabric when I'm working. So let's get started with the fun part. I hooked my fabric and I'm ready to make my applique. The design comes with a really nice making of, and this making of tells me that the first thing we are going to make is the circle. So therefore I placed my thread, just lower my foot, and we'll get started with the first line. And this is a placement line. It is going to tell me where to place my fabric. So my machine made the first placement line, and it is the placement line for the circle. And I already prepared my circle, and therefore I used the template that comes with the design. And it is really helpful if you want to prepare your fabrics before you start. I also ironed on some fusible web. This one is from Pelham and it is called Wonder Under. So I have to get off the paper side. And now I can place my circle over the placement line. And then I will iron the circle onto the fabric. And then you have something that looks like this. And then the next step is a tack down line. This line secures your fabric onto your main fabric. And now your circle is sewn onto your main fabric. The making of tells me that the next part is a placement line for the body. So I will place my hook back onto the machine, and I already use a fabric that matches my fabric that I'm going to use for the body, so I don't need to change any threads. But if you have a really dark color and a really light color for your skin tone, then make sure to change your thread, and then you can sew the next step. So the next part is the body, and I prepared my fabric with the cutting machine. All the designs from Meet My Family collection comes with a file you can use in combination with your cutting machine. So that is really nice, because now I can place my fabric and go straight to the next step. For this step I don't use any fusible web, but I want to show you that you also can use just a plain glue stick, and this is one you can wash out so it won't leave any stains. Just get a little bit of the glue, What I like to do is to make sure I do not put too much of it on the place where the machine stitches, so there isn't any glue on my needle. Really make sure that you place it nice, a little bit over stitches, jackets. So. And then you have something that looks like this. Place your hook back onto the machine. And the next step is a tack down line for the body. So my machine sews the tack down line, and my worksheet tells me that the next line is a satin stitch. I already have the right thread color on, so I can go and stitch the next line. So my machine stitched the outline for the body, and this is how it looks like. And now I'm ready for the next part, and that is the hair. So I have to change my thread color. Of course, if I would make someone with gray hair or black, then I would of course use a different color. And if you thread your machine, then you are ready for the next step. Place your hook back onto your machine and off you go. So my placement stitch for the hair is ready. In the two previous steps I showed you that I prepared my fabrics, but you also can place your fabrics onto the placement line and trim off the tack down line. So my machine stitched the tack down line, and now I can trim the fabric. And you want to trim the fabric close to the stitches, but not into the stitches. And I think the secret is in having a good pair of scissors. This is really difficult if you just would use a sewing scissors, because you are not able to get close to the stitches. It is a little bit like giving him a haircut. To be honest, I do not prepare my fabrics. I like this part by trimming the fabrics. So I gave him a haircut, and now he looks like this. And we are ready for the next step, and that is the satin outline. I like to press my fabrics in between, so they are nice and crisp every time when I'm embroidering. The next part is the placement line for his beard. So I don't have to change my thread color. And I can just continue sewing or embroidering. Then of course you have to place your fabric over the placement line, and you can sew the tack down line. So now the tack down line is ready, and I'm gonna give him a nice trim. I'm a little bit like a barber now, making sure his beard is looking really nice. So now the tricky part is a little bit to trim the fabric for his mouth. What I like to do is just make a little hole, and I make sure that I do not hit the fabric underneath, and then just make a few small cuts, and then I can trim the rest of the fabric. And then he looks like this, and now he's ready for the next step, and that is the satin outline. So his beard is done, and my machine also made his eyebrows. And now it's time for his shirt. And this goes the same way than the previous step. So I will change my thread colors. So I will change my thread color to blue, because I'm going to make a blue shirt. And then my machine will stitch the placement line, then the tack down line, and then the outline satin stitch. Now the placement stitch is ready. So I will place my fabric and sew the tack down line. What I also like to do when I trim my fabric is to pull the fabric a little bit up, so there is a little bit tension on the fabric. I feel that that makes it easier to cut your fabrics. And now he is ready for the satin outline. And now I'm ready for the next step, and that's the satin outline stitch for the circle. And he's almost done. So the next part are his eyes. I changed my thread color and I'm ready for the next part. And now he looks like this. If you don't want to make any glasses, then you are ready and you can unhook your fabric. I'm gonna make some glasses, so I'm going to change my thread color. So he is done, and this is how he looks like. And he makes a really nice husband for my little sister, because I made my twin sister and my, I forgot the English word, in Dutch we call it zwager, brother-in-law. That's it. So I made my twin sister and my brother-in-law. So that's really nice, because they have been married for 10 years this weekend, and I think this will make a perfect gift. I will hook these or make them into a pillow. I'm not sure yet, but I know she's gonna love them. I hope you liked this video, and if you didn't subscribe, then please do. You also can follow me on Instagram or join my Facebook group. I really hope to see you next time, and have a lot of fun with stitching out all the great designs. Bye!